So we're just going to start standing. And I want you to stand with your legs and feet about shoulder width apart and just soften your knees. And take a nice deep breath in through your nose and exhale out through your mouth like you're blowing air out of an imaginary straw. And feel your abdominals pull in and lift up. So you create some length in your lumbar spine. Again, take a nice deep breath in. Exhale out. Feeling that heaviness in your tailbone, that lengthening of your spine, and dropping down of your shoulders. And again. Good. So from here, we're going to do a little tapping on the body just to wake it up. So let's start by tapping on the chest. Right, going up and down the breastbone. Borrowing from our Qigong practice, a little Qi massage. Good. And then tapping on the corner of the chest, just below your collarbone. Open the hand and tap down the inside of your arm gently. Tap up the back of the arm. And again, going down. Going up. Again, going down. And coming up. Tapping across your chest to the other side. And going down the arm. And up. And down. And up. Tapping on your chest again. Let's tap on the abdomen. So soft fist tapping on your solar plexus. Tapping on your navel. Tapping just below your navel. Let's go around in a circle, tracing your colon, your ascending, descending, and transverse colon. Let's go in the opposite direction. Good. Let's go over the navel again. Rest your hands for a moment on your belly. Just pause for a moment and just notice what you feel. And now let's tap on the low back. Open up the low back. If you've been sitting for a while, this may feel really good just to bring some blood flow to the low back. And then tap on the low back, and then tap down the back of your legs, going all the way down to your heels, and then tap up the front of your legs, all the way to your hips, to the belly, wrap around the waist, to the low back, going down, coming up, and again, going down, and coming up. Good. Arms down. Pause for a moment. Now again, soften your knees, relax your arms, and let's do a little articulation of the spine, a little standing roll down. So take a nice deep breath in. And as you exhale, just nod your chin to the chest and slowly roll down like you're peeling your spine away from the wall behind you. Rolling down one vertebra at a time. Relax your head, neck, and shoulders. Take a nice deep breath in. And as you exhale, draw your navel in. Stack your spine on top of your pelvis. Relax your shoulders. Relax your head. Your head is going to be the last thing to lift, standing nice and tall. Take a deep breath. Exhale, chin to chest, rolling down. Inhale. Exhale, rolling up. One more time. Try to keep your knees soft. Feel that stretch behind the legs and along the back. Take a deep breath. Exhale, rolling up. Allow your arms to dangle like wet spaghetti noodles. Yes. Good. Let's have a seat for this next bit. So you want to make sure that your chair is sturdy, right? And there are going to be times in this practice when we're going to use it in a way that the chair needs to be stable and secure, and that might require you to put it up against a wall too. Okay, so from here, let's do some side bends. So I'm going to have you just take your hands behind your head, stack your palms, lift your spine, take a nice deep breath in. And as you exhale, let's side bend over to one side. Now, as you side bend, try to keep your opposite hip down on your chair. Feel that nice stretch from your hips all the way up through the ribs. And then lift up nice and tall. Take a nice deep breath here. Lift your spine. And as you exhale, side bend up and over. Keeping the opposite hip down. Lift up nice and tall. Deep breath. And exhale up and over. Imagine that you have like a barrel here and you're trying to just side bend over a barrel. Make sure that you are really moving the middle spine and not just the head to go over. Sometimes when there's limited mobility in one part of the spine, we tend to overcompensate with another part of the spine. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale. Feel your feet firmly rooted in the floor, as well as your sits bones in the chair. Lift up nice and tall. Exhale up and over. Inhale, lift up nice and tall. And exhale up and over. Good. Let's relax the arms down for a moment. Let's take them back to the head again. Draw your elbows slightly forward. So as you gaze forward, make sure you can see your elbows out of the corners of your eyes. Your chin is in line with the center of your chest, and I want you to maintain that as we go into a little rotation. So we're going to rotate the spine to one side. Still keeping my chin in line with my center of my chest. I can still see my elbows in my peripheral vision. Sit up tall. Come back to the center. Take a nice deep breath. Exhale. Rotate the spine. So I'm turning away from this opposite hip. You want to keep that in mind. Keep your pelvis still. Inhale, sitting tall. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lift tall. Exhale, twist. Lift the crown of your head to the sky. Feel that connection to your seat and your chair through your sits bones and feet. Feel your abdominals pull in and up so the spine is long as you rotate. Inhale to the center. Exhale, twist. Let's do that one more time to each side. Coming back to the center. And let's take the arms out and down. Okay, so now let's use a prop. We're gonna use our pillow. So just taking a bed pillow, and I'm gonna go ahead and fold it in half, and I'm gonna sit forward on my chair. So I'm sitting more towards the front edge. I'm gonna take the pillow between my knees, and I'm just gonna place my hands on my knees. All right. And sitting nice and tall, I'm going to take a nice deep breath in. And as I exhale, I'm going to draw my navel in and up, lifting my spine, and I'm going to engage my inner thighs and squeeze the pillow. Feeling the inner thighs fire up, feeling the deep layer of abdominal muscles fire up, and then I'm going to release with control. Take a nice deep breath in, and exhale, squeeze. Feel the belly pull in and up, relax your shoulders. And release the squeeze with control. Let's do it one more time. And this time as you squeeze, I invite you to do tiny little pulses in. So little squeezes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. And relax. All right. Go ahead and bring your legs together. Let's take your pillow again, but this time we're going to hold the pillow in our arms, in our hands, and you're going to reach the arms out, okay, in front of you. Draw your shoulders back and down, squeeze your legs together, sit tall, and I want you to just squeeze the pillow, but feel that squeeze, not just coming from the hands, feel that coming from the chest, coming from the shoulders, coming from your back. Good. And sitting nice and tall. Take a nice deep breath and exhale, squeeze. Let me give you another point of view. So you should feel your pectorals, your chest muscles fire up. And if you really are drawing your shoulders back and down, you should feel your upper back engage as well. And make sure your arms are no higher than the level of your shoulders. My hands and my arms are slightly lower than the level of my shoulders. Just slight. Let's do this one more time. In tiny little pulses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And relax. Great. And we're back. So, standing with the legs and feet shoulder width apart, soft knees, long spine, and let's move from the center, knocking on the door of life. Activating those key pressure points in the low back and in your abdomen. Really move from the center and just feel your shoulders relax. Stimulating the kidneys, encouraging blood flow in the low back, as well as your digestive system by tapping on your belly again. Let's tap on the corner of the chest just below your collarbone. Stimulate your lungs. Give your immune system a little boost. It's very important as we move into cold and flu season. And let's tap on the top of your shoulder, base of your neck. Encouraging the muscles on the neck and shoulders to soften, to let go. And let's go back down to the chest again. and the low back and waist. And begin to slow the movement down, slow it down, slow it down, until we come to a point of stillness. Spinal cord breathing, so we lift the arms, bend the elbows, draw the elbows back, open the chest, take a nice deep breath in with a lifted gaze, and then draw the arms forward, curl your tailbone under around your spine, look towards your belly, exhale all the breath out. Let me give you another point of view. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, round your spine. Try to keep your knees slightly bent the whole time and your shoulders directly over your hips. And I know this is a challenging movement for those of you who may have had spinal fusion surgery. Your spine may not move quite like this, so you may have to bend at your hips a bit more. Totally understand that. Modify where you need to. Pouring fresh energy into the spine and the nervous system. Opening up the ribs to facilitate deeper breathing. Let's do one more. Good, float your arms down, stand nice and tall. Okay, let's reach the arms up to the sky, soften your knees, lift up your gaze, reach to the hands, reach to the heavens. And then let's reach one arm on one side a little bit longer than the other and pick some cherries. So feeling that stretch from your hips all the way up to your fingertips. Feeling that connection to the earth through the soles of the feet, through the bent knees and the weighted tailbone. We feel that connection to the heavens through the spine that's long and the reach up through the arms and hands and that lifting of the gaze. Good. So now let's lift both arms up and let's do the pump. So we're gonna drop the arms, bend the knees, bend forward, lift the arms, lengthen through the legs, bend the knees, drop the arms, lift the spine as you lift your arms. Again, bend the knees, drop the arms around the spine, lengthen through the legs, lift the arms, bend the knees, drop the arms, lift the spine, lift the arms. Take a deep breath and with a little bit more flow. Inhale as you lift, exhale as you bend. A nice opening of the low back and the back of the body. Relax your head as you bend over. Let's do 3 more. Lift the arms up, open them out and down. Let's open the legs, wider than the shoulders. Bend your knees, place your hands on your legs and tilt the torso slightly forward. Move like a river. So I'm going to shift the weight to one side, move through the spine, head is last. Shift the weight to the other side, move through the spine, the head is last. So we inhale to one side, exhale to the other side. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Take your time. Feel that opening of the spine and the ribs. Moving like a river. Feel the strength and power of the water energy moving through your body, yet feeling that softness as well, the smoothness of water. And let's make the movement smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller until you're still. Just bend forward with the open legs and just stretch. Stretch forward. Let's bend the knees. Hold on to one wrist with one hand. Slowly roll up through your spine. Lift the arms above the head. Press the hips forward. And then open the arms out and down. Good. All right. So from here, let's take the hands to the hips. And let's press the hips forward. Slowly take the hips to one side. Take them to the back. Take them to the other side. Take them forward. Nice big circle of the hips. Open up the hips and the low back. And when the hips are forward, and let's go in the opposite direction. And the next time that the hips are forward, you will pause. Stand nice and tall. Take the arms out to the sides and let's float them up. Let's take the palms up to the sky. Bring the thumbs and your index fingers to touch. Draw the arms forward, soften your chest, open your back. Palms face down. Open the arms out. Open the chest. This is one of the flows for the lung meridian. So the palms face up, fingers touch, thumbs and index fingers. Arms shift forward. Shift your way back towards your heels. Soften your chest. Relax your head. Palms face down. Open the palms. Shift your weight forward as the arms open out. Open the chest. Draw your shoulders back. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Let me give you another point of view. Nice deep breaths in and out through your nose. A nice tonifying breath. Tonifying the lungs and the large intestines. So your lung meridian ends on your thumb and your large intestine meridian begins on your index finger. So we're bringing them to touch, those fingers to touch, to connect those channels of energy, bringing those two circuits together. Relax your shoulders. Let's do one more. And now let's float the arms down.